spent $187 million to import 494,000 metric tons of sugar. The figure rose to $400 million in 2014, representing the 18th most valuable product imported into the country. It is projected that sugar consumption in Ghana will hit 872,000 metric tons in the year 2030. To cut down the importation, government intends coming out with a holistic national sugar policy which will promote economic linkages. A member of the sugar policy team, Samuel Enum, indicated 8 strategic objectives have been identified based on existing sugar policies of some producing countries.
When we look at the programs and projects that we have about 30 of them, mapping out the key areas that you can have sugarcane production is a short-term one. What we want to start initially with is to encourage investors to come in to refine sugar. We are looking at a 3-year program.
An economist at the University of Ghana Business School, Dr. Godfred Bokpin, agrees with the Trade and Industry Ministry that the policy should be private sector driven.
If the call for the policy is coming from the private sector, then I think that it is good news. Every genuine effort in reducing imports is good for our economy, because then we also generate employment for our own people.
Sugar production requires substantial long-term investment, which could amount to as much as $700 million for a modern sugar estate. The Minister of Trade and Industry, Dr. Ekospio Gabra, spoke on the state of the Commander Sugar Factory.
Ghana does not produce yet a teaspoonful of sugar. The first sugarcane crushing plant in some 40 years after the collapse of the Commander and Asuchuari factories is only now under construction in Commander, past the 50% production stage, and is expected to be ready around May or June of next year.
According to some experts, Ghana could benefit from the growing West African market with the implementation of a right sugar policy.
In other business news, we have just been told that the Bank of Ghana, its monetary policy committee, met today and have retained the policy rate at 22%. Now, if you've been following business news on TV3 right from New Day right up until now, Kweku Teming told us that some economists have argued and said that there is a likelihood that it will be maintained, and that is what has happened. Our reporter Nana Ekwia Mensah Brampa sat through the press conference that was held by the Bank of Ghana and has joined us on the line to give us details of this particular development. Nanekia, good afternoon. Thank you for joining us. What factors informed the maintenance of the 22%?
Well, Martin, good afternoon to you and good afternoon to your viewers. Exactly as spoken by the economists this time around, reasons given by them, citing the issue of continuous inflation rising. When you look at the inflation rising from May till even today, inflation for June this morning is hovering around 17.1%, and this was influenced also by the cedi appreciation to the dollar. Martin, when you look at the figures, as of June, we had the cedi depreciating by 4 Ghana cedis 33 pesos to the dollar. But today, when you check the market prices, we have the cedi hovering around 3 Ghana cedis 31 pesos. And even when you visit the forex market, you can get it as low as 2 Ghana cedis 90 pesos to the dollar, with a year to date of 3.4. So this particular one has been cited as reasons why the Bank of Ghana would maintain the policy rate at 22%. Looking at the total revenue and grants also for the country, we see that they exceeded target. But really, we had another issue of the Bank of Ghana pumping some $20 million onto the market, and I'm sure viewers of businesses would want to know exactly where this one is coming from. Well, the governor explains to us that with the $20 million, it is to support the market based on demand for dollars to help stabilize or, let's say, appreciate the Ghana cedi. And talking about sustainability, which has been another issue for discussion, well, the governor says sustainability is secured, considering the fact that market speculation would continue, which will always hinder sustainability when you talk about it. But looking at the country's reserves also, we have our inflows around $4.5 billion.